Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. Quick reminders, I do have the Black Magic Revocation Workshop happening this coming Saturday. If you'd like to partake in that, learn how to protect your field from people's magical caca, please go to k33academy.com/store and you can see all the different workshops and learning opportunities that I have available. In addition to that, later today, I'm going to be doing the 6/6 Divine Wealth Fire Ceremony. Today is a portal date. You don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss this. Enough said. If you'd like to partake in the fire ceremony or get some type of energetic work, a reading, all of that, go check it out. meevolving.com/shop/66FC. Now, the reading. I asked what this reading was going to be about, and what I heard is making good on that promise. What? What promise? I hope it's a good promise. Something someone is going to make good on it. It feels like it's something very hopeful. So, I think it's a good thing. Well, at least that's the feeling. That's a feeling. It's a good thing. We don't have to worry about this. It feels like something is being considered on your behalf without your knowledge. And that's something that's being considered is very good for you. It's very protective of you, protective of your sovereignty, protective of your divinity, just very highly protective of you. So I feel like it's going to be all good. Let me just pull some of these cards. Woo, hoo, hoo. I already feel energies have been surging all morning. Everything's going to work out in your favor. Okay. So, okay, for example, I woke up super early, right? Super duper early. And I woke up because I heard my phone say ding. And I was like, what's dinging? What's dinging? So I checked my phone. And also I thought I was going to work out today. And then I realized what today is. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to the gym today. So I got up. It's like 6 a.m. And I go and I check my phone and I realize the ding that I heard was my Amazon package being delivered to a closed P.O. box. Bro, why would you stick it in the handle of a closed P.O. box location in a strip mall? Why would you do that? So the delivery person left it there. Literally, not inside the store, outside the store at 6 a.m. And I was like, well, that's obviously not going to be there by the time I get there. It's just not, it's not going to be there. It's not going to be there. And then, I told my husband, they delivered my package at the P.O. box. And he's like, what? I said, yeah, it's not going to be there. And he got up and he's like, no, we're picking it up right now. But mind you, it takes at least an hour I have so many P.O. boxes, it's ridiculous. For that specific P.O. box, it takes about an hour to get there. And so we left. We left the house and we went, and biatch, it was still there when we arrived. It was still there when we arrived. Unheard of. Unheard of. Things are working in your favor. You don't even know yet. You don't even know it yet. Don't be so quick to assume that things are not going to work in your favor. No. 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 Do not deviate from the path. making good on that promise. There was a promise made to you that maybe you're not aware of anymore. Maybe you are, but you don't believe that whoever, whatever is going to make good on that promise. No, boo. No, 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 no. First and foremost, this is something you're aware of to some degree. It's not a secret to you. There is an awareness of something profound, that has been promised to you. It is not a secret. And that promise is not done. It's not over. It's not any of that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot that needs to be recalibrated. My car started on fire, like literal fire. Did your car literally catch on fire? Lisa? Wow. If your car literally caught fire, I mean, I hope it's fully insured. At which point, maybe it's time for another car, right? Maybe this is something that's going to work in your favor and make you even happier. You have to be passionate in the way you're going to take control. Oh, there you go, boo. It's fully insured. It's time for a new car for you. Get something that's going to make you comfortable. Add the warranty. I'm all for warranties at this point. When I was younger, I was like, that's BS. We don't need no extra warranty. We don't need no extra insurance for rental cars. My warranty on my vehicle, just in the past 4 months, has paid for itself multiple times already, just in the cost that we were saved from all the repairs needing to be made just in the past literally 4 months. In addition to that, I'll share a story with you. People will tell you you don't really need that extra insurance for blah 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 blah. One time, a couple of years ago, we rented a 15-passenger van to go to California, visit family. While we were, gallivanting as a family unit, the brakes sounded like they were broken. No joke. And so we called and they were like, that is not safe to drive, pull over, and we're going to switch you out. So they switched us out. They said they were going to send a tow truck, just leave it there, leave it locked, leave it there. We were at the Berkeley Pier, which, if y'all don't know, is hood-tastic there. It's okay, I'm comfortable in the hood, but it's hood-tastic there. I didn't want to wait there with children. And I was just like, we got to go. And so we left it there like they instructed us to do. A month later, literally a month later, we get a call. Yes, we have your name as a contact. This car has been impounded for the past month. And we're like, I'm sorry, what? No fire, whatever, no tow truck ever came to pick up that new 15-passenger van. And it was this thing of, had we not gotten the full extra coverage, where like the way they explain it, you just give them back the key and you walk away no matter what happens. That's what the person, you do that. And I was like, yeah, just tack it on, I don't care. Luckily we did, because guess what? That's not our issue. Y'all said leave it there, so we left it there. None of y'all people picked it up. That's not our issue. I believe the car was like damaged beyond damage by the time they got it. So that literally was not our fault. We were told to leave it there. Y'all protect yourselves as much as you possibly can. Okay? That's going to work in your favor, Lisa. Be passionate in what you are creating. Be passionate in the ways in which you believe. Absolutely, wholeheartedly believe that everything is working in your favor, no matter how inconvenient it is. Just maintain that thought of, you know what, I don't understand this right now. It's mad inconvenient, frustrating, but it's in my favor. Everything's going to work in your favor, making good on that promise. Your soul is preparing to give you everything that you want and need. That's the sense that I'm getting. That's the sense that I'm getting. But you do have the sovereign power and autonomy to reject what your soul is giving you. Okay. Just so you're aware. There's something you need to walk away from. I think this process of walking away was already started some time ago. And you've just kind of been slowly, like very, very slowly accepting it, right? This might be a partnership, business partnership. This might be a romantic partnership. This might be a living circumstance. This might be a friendship. This might be a living situation. I don't know. But for whoever this message is for, you've already been feeling it. You've been just really, really knowing. You've been knowing you didn't want to accept it is a problem. That's okay. You've gone through your process. You're going to be perfectly fine. Whatever fires will be put out by the coolness of the environment you are creating for yourself. So, your passion is for creating new things. Think of smelting. Think of melting all sorts of metal to create new things, right? Functional things, beautiful things, artistic things. And then the toxic stuff, we're going to stick that in snow and let it do whatever it's going to do. Let it marinate in the snow, leave it alone. The people who try and trigger you, the people who go out of their way to try and create some type of ugliness just so that they can feel like they can affect you, fuck those hoes. Seriously. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, F that. F that. Don't. You're waiting for a message for something disturbing. Don't wait for it. You're waiting for a text from someone that you're arguing with. No, don't wait for it. Mute your text messages. I mean, unless it's something super urgent that you absolutely need to deal with today, I would totally just like, nope, no, I'm not going to do that at all. Yep, no, I'm not going to participate in that. Okay. You have to make a decision today. Things are going to intensify. Use that intensification to really push through the things that you want. I know you know what you want at this point. I've been asking you for how long already? I know at this point, you know what you want. So you go for it. Go for what you want. Allow. Okay. Now is the time to come out of your incubation and actively negate this upside down magic that's being placed on you. Like, no. As a matter of fact, I kind of want to do something right now. I'm deciding. So today there's two types of energies that are coming through. The first type of energy, the first type is good for you, is trying to push forward amazing things for you. The second type is serving as something to push against. So it's your fears, your insecurities, demon whorish people who don't want you to be happy because they want to believe that, you know, if you're not happy when they're not around, then that's proof that you belong to them. And this, and yeah, no. No. So if you want some of this, because I'm about to play some music and do some energy work, put hashtag push. We're just going to face palm these people out of your space. Face palm this energy out of your space, because no, we don't like that. So let's get a song. Let's see. Okay. Yes, let's do this song. This is one of my favorites. Ooh, you know what? Let's really do it. Hold on. Okay. All right. Breathe very deep and very slow. If you'd like some of this energy, hashtag push. Let's face palm it. Inhale the light of your truth. Exhale the darkness of your doubt. Inhale the light of your truth. Exhale the darkness of your doubt. Continue to breathe very deep, very slow, allowing yourself to focus only on the things that will support your growth and your happiness. Feel an energy building in your chest. With every breath, feel that energy increase, and every exhale, feel that energy expand. Breathe very deep, very slow, knowing that every breath carries intentions. Each inhale bringing in more abundance, more peace, more of your awareness of your personal power. Every exhale serves as a push, pushing away the things that don't serve you, the things that don't belong to you. Feel the warmth of the fire that I'm wrapping around you. May all the malignancy burn. Feel your emotions rising. Feel your awareness of the greatness that you have always been. A promise was made to you. A promise that your heart will never forget. Regardless of whether your human mind remembers. Feel the awakening of the awareness of the promise in your heart. You're not imagining this. You can feel it. You can feel the emotions of it. The further the negativity is pushed away from you, the more you feel the reality of how loved and provided for you actually are. gift to you. I would love to share with you the feeling of love that lives inside me. If you'd like to feel it, just let yourself. Inhale the light of your truth. Exhale the darkness of your doubt. Inhale the light of your truth. Exhale the darkness of your doubt. Allow yourself to feel it all. The knowing of the love that surrounds me is the strength I need to stay in my peace, to stay centered in it. Is the strength that I need to find the courage to be unapologetically me. The world needs more of you, to witness you, to experience you, to be blessed by you. Breathe and allow. Feel your heartbeat beating in time with my own. Feel your peace matching mine. Allow nothing at all to take you away from this place today. Stay centered in what I'm giving you. Take one more deep breath in. Slow exhale out. Allow yourself to return back to your space of center. Stay there and just enjoy it. How do you guys feel? All right. So you didn't imagine the experience that you just had. What you felt was real. That peace, that power, the return of the promises that were made. It's real. It's real. You are not responsible for other people's actions. They choose their actions. So stop taking responsibility for what other people are doing, how they are behaving. Focus all of your energy on making good on the promises you've made yourself. Again, even if you don't remember what those promises are right now, you can feel it. If you can feel it, honor it. Honor it. Okay. So confidence is key to your success. You're not feeling confident, and that's why till now you haven't experienced a level of success that really validates you. Allow it to validate you. Okay. Your efforts, allow your efforts, your accomplishments to validate you. Ooh, I felt that right here. Mm. We, you and I both, we need to allow ourselves to receive the validation that we have rightfully earned through our commitment to whatever our goals are, right? The end of a tough cycle approaches, but again, it's in reverse. I'm wondering if we're thinking that if we're doing well, if we're focused, then it's going to be easy. And I don't think so. We make this analogy with, gym time. The better I do in the gym, the more difficult, the more challenging it is, but not for no reason. The more I do, that will directly affect the end result, not create more ease. You will still be challenged. You will still be asked to show up. Oh my gosh. I got to share this with you guys because, like, every day I am looking at various posts and whatnot, allowing soul to really just speak to me. And now a lot of the posts that come up on my social media are like workouts and things like that. And this really just it hit me in the way that I needed. The person wrote, "The pro is the amateur who showed up every day." Ooh. The pro is the amateur that showed up every day. Be a pro in solving your life's struggles. These are not problems, they are invitations to accept a challenge that will elevate you. I'm just like, ooh, yes, yes, yes. And continuing with the analogies pertaining to fitness and the gym, I've entered into a space of getting really hard on myself about feeling as though I'm not doing enough because my goal is not merely to compete in a figure competition, which is very challenging. My goal is to win overall and earn a pro card in my first show, and I just leave it alone after that. I have to stop with that. I have to stop with such a specific, very, very specific goal. And it's not that I can't do it, it's that I will mess myself up if I continue with that. So, shifting your goal. For me, I need to shift that goal to simply working as hard as I need to work for as long as I need to win a pro card. If it's done in the first show, second show, third show, fifth show, I don't care. But I will not stop until I have a pro card. And that's that. Because I'm worth the effort. I'm worth having a goal that causes me to feel inspired to show up every day. And that's where my thoughts went. The pro is the amateur who showed up every day. I have an amazing team surrounding me that can make this a possibility to do it in the first show. I have a coach who churns out champions. He has been able to help ladies earn their pro card in the first show, become IFBB figure pros in the first show. He's helped people be invited to compete in Miss Olympia. That's like the epitome. I have a bodywork team local that can help me sculpt even more, refine. I have the drive. So what's missing? My compassion for myself. I have to show up in the soft spaces too, not just the spaces where I can prove something to myself. I've already proved many things to myself. I need to chill out. This is a process. It's not about the end goal. It's about the journey and how the journey will grow you. I have a year. I have a year. I need to utilize that year by showing up for myself every single day, not just in the gym, but showing up for myself, especially when I'm too tired, when I'm injured, when I'm any of these things. And if I can show up for myself in the soft spaces, the likelihood of injury is decreased tremendously. If you can show up for yourself in the spaces where you are already wounded within your journey, wherever it is you store all of your wounds, show up for yourself there. And I promise you the amount of strength that you will gain by simply observing the way you bleed. Like, wow. Wow. And some might not understand how that could strengthen you. See, here's this thing that happens usually when people are bleeding from an injury. It freaks them out even more. And when you freak out even more, you bleed even more because your heart rate increases. So for me, and what I'm teaching my children, if you are injured, that's when you need to immediately go to your place of center. You need to breathe. This will be resolved. Breathe through the pain. Breathe. Breathe. Calm your emotions. If you need to cry to release that, cry. Let it go. Release. Release. We can't take all the pain away, but we will try our hardest to mitigate the worst of the worst. But we also have to trust our ability to heal over the course of time. There's a promise that was made, and this promise also includes your ability to heal through the most painful periods of your life. Let it happen. Making good on that promise. Did you promise yourself something recently? Did you promise yourself something a long time ago? Did someone promise you something that maybe now you're realizing it was never them that was going to make good on that promise? Their promise to you was simply intended to encourage you, to inspire you to do that very thing for yourself. So you're very close to achieving your goal. Go all the way. Go all the way. Go all the way. Let it happen. Let it happen. Do it even while you're afraid. As a matter of fact, the more afraid you are, the more you have to commit to doing it, because it will show you something about yourself. It will definitely show you something about yourself, okay? The energy is gaining momentum. So right now, quite a few of you might be feeling depleted. Quite a few of you might be feeling as though, I've given it my all and it hasn't been working out. And so I'm frustrated and I need a break. I need this. I need that. I'm too exhausted. I'm too blah, blah, blah. It's in that point of wanting to give up and you don't give up that you grow the most. It's in that point. It's at that moment. I remember I was watching, there's this really skinny girl at the gym, right? She's like super lean, but she's like beast mode whenever she works out. Seriously. Adore her. She's like really, really lean. I'm pretty sure she competes. I don't talk to her though. And the other day when I was at the gym, she was working out, and I assume it was leg day because she was very focused on what she was doing, and it was all leg exercises. And I remember thinking as I watched her for a few seconds, like, ooh, get it, girl. She is just going to wreck her quads. Like, that's the goal. That's the goal, to break down that tissue in order to achieve hypertrophy. The goal of soul, when it challenges you to that degree, is to break down your points of resistance. When soul is breaking you down, it is breaking down the parts of you that are rebelling against your process. You don't have to fight yourself. The only thing about yourself you need to fight is the insecurity. Until you learn how to utilize that insecurity to show you what parts of you need a little more support, you don't need to do all of that. Just flow with it, okay? A win-win outcome is forecast. You and your soul are both going to win. The more you allow your soul to guide you through this process of fulfilling the promises that was made for you, this is just such a beautiful time. All I hear is that, I think it's by Usher. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. You're going to win. Whatever you put your mind to, you're going to win. So let it. Put the work in and observe the way the work you're doing is a hands-on manifestation of what you want. You are bringing to life the very things that you want whenever you put action behind the dreams. Your commitment is being tested. Your commitment is being tested. What are you committed to right now? When all you're focused on, all you find yourself saying in conversations are the reasons why it's hard, why you haven't been able to do it, why this and that and that and that and that and that and that. You're tired, you don't have enough time, you're too busy, there's too much stuff, there's never a break, you haven't even had a chance to breathe, everyone's always on your back, all of these reasons. All you're doing with every word that comes out of your mouth in those communications is further committing to the losses that you are going to sustain by sustaining that mindset. What's more important, comfort or achievement? I say this as someone at this particular point in my life that I'm thinking of. I was stuck in a parking lot in a broke down RV, and I was building selenite swords like a crazed woman. Every Saturday, I would make between 14 and 20 swords. Every single Friday night, I would work with one little solar light that was the size of a tea light, a little tea candle, that size. And I would begin construction after my final session was done, which is usually around 11 p.m. at night. And I would work all the way through the night from around 11 p.m. all the way through until 4, 5, 6 a.m., however long I can stay up. And then, of course, I have to wake up around 7 a.m. because guess what? Morning meditation for free for my community because I love them and I want to show them I appreciate them. And then guess what? By the time I finish that, my kids are up. We need to make breakfast. We need to start the day. And then guess what? By the time I have a moment to breathe, I need to start the live stream to auction the swords. which will last another how many hours? What did I want to invest in? Comfort or achievement? Because whatever I choose is what I will have. I will be comfortable in my discomfort and dissatisfaction in life. I'll be well rested to be able to be fully miserable in that situation. Or I can be tired and achieving things and creating changes, massive changes in my life, other people's lives, and be tired because I've lived a full day being fully present in everything I'm doing. You have to see things clearly. In order for the promises to be made good, to come to fruition, you have to make sure you're committing your energy to the things that will support bringing it to fruition. There are people who all they do is complain, right? They complain about this, they complain about that, and that is who they are, that is how they are. And what have they achieved? Are those things you want to achieve? Are they in a position that you want to be in? No? Okay, so don't emulate their behaviors. There are people who will acknowledge when there is hardship, but they will keep going. You don't hear too much about what's happening in their lives, except when it's really, really bad. And then you're like, oh my gosh, I need to help you. Do they look like they're in a good space, that they're achieving, making progress? Yes? Is that where you want to be? Okay, emulate that. Emulate that. And I'm not talking about pretending everything is okay, because that's not going to solve your problem either. That's just going to make you feel alone in your misery, which is just as bad as bringing everyone else into your misery by whining and complaining all the time. So find that space where you can achieve the things that you want to achieve while you still have room to have a human experience and, have good days, have bad days, have rough days and smooth days. Be bold and make the first move. Yeah, this is about not having the courage to make the first move. Courage is not about the absence of fear. Courage is about what you do in the face of it. Show the world the real you. Show yourself the real you. Show yourself and the world the real you. There are many people waiting for you to show up. They're waiting. You might not even know they exist yet. That's okay. Excuse me. They might not know you exist yet. That's okay too. When both the transmitter and the receiver are ready, the communication will come through. All right. So a new chapter is being prepared. That means blank pages are being created. You don't know what to do next? That's the blank page. You need a blank page in order to continue your story. It's not a lack of direction. It's not you being lost. It's not you losing yourself. It's you in a space of recognition that new space, new pages are being created for you to allow this new version of yourself to come forward, right? You're not going to be able to use your intuition for this. You're going to try. I don't blame you. I like to do that too, but your intuition is not going to be allowed to interfere. Because for some of us, I see you. For some of us, we use our intuition to self sabotage. I do it too. Don't worry. I'm trying to outgrow that. I'm trying to outgrow that. But here's the thing. Can a tree outgrow its roots? Ooh. Can a tree outgrow its roots? No. Sometimes we have to just acknowledge when it's in our childhood that we were conditioned to self sabotage, right? And if that's the case, that's part of our roots. We can't outgrow that, but we can be aware of it. We can do what we need to do to amend the soil, to allow the soil to become enriched with some of the forest fires that we've set. See, here's the thing. This whole time you've thought the forest fires that you are setting in your sacred space are just so destructive. And why am I like this? And I get it. I do that too. But here's the thing. Did you know that when there's a wildfire and everything pretty much burns down, that resets everything? First and foremost, obviously, everything that's not fully established with very deep roots is not going to survive that, right? So it's going to be destroyed, and all of that nutrient is going to be gifted back to the soil. All of the competition because of the overgrowth is no longer existent. So, given enough time, you've simply prepared the space for expansive, explosive growth. Sometimes fires are sacred in the way they clean, the way they cleanse, the way they get rid of the unnecessary, the parts of you that have dropped off, that have been broken and fallen to the ground. It's burned away and gifted back to you, gifted back to your roots to support it, to encourage growth. You don't just have one root. You have an entire network of roots. But if all you're focused on is on one root, I mean, that's what's causing you to feel like you can't move beyond the very thing you're already beyond. Because, one of the realizations that I had, and I feel like it was super profound the way it came to me, you only realize that you have to move past something when you've already gotten to a point where you're past it. You're looking back in hindsight at that point, not realizing that that's what you're doing. When you're fully immersed in something and still living through that, you don't have that clarity of, I need to move past this. You don't. You're simply still in a process of trying to survive what you're going through. I realized, despite still feeling difficulties, still experiencing insecurities about how am I going to get through this? How am I going to get through this? The moment I start thinking and feeling like, you know what, I need to create a plan to get through this, I've already moved past it. It's just I haven't computed it yet. I haven't allowed myself to be aware of exactly how far past it I've already gone. I've gone so far past it, I'm no longer simply trying to survive. I'm now actively looking for solutions to implement so that I can experience firsthand the moving past portion. So, this lack of recognition that you're on a sacred journey is what will cause you to continue to loop around. You're not going in circles. You're not staying in the same space. This is not the Ouroboros of you eating yourself, chasing your own tail. No. These are concentric circles that rise as high as they go deeper. It's about creating the depth that will gift you the stability to rise to higher heights. Okay? You don't need strength to do that. You need patience. Does the tree bulldoze its way through the soil and the sky? No. A tree's movements are so slow, they seem imperceptible. But yet it still moves. It still will outlive you and your fears. It will possibly even outlive all who come from you. And it has no fear. of how slow it's going. It just continues to provide for itself and to reach higher as it delves deeper, unbothered by the environment around it, not asking for permission, not rushing to exist, not needing to prove anything, simply being. You don't need strength, you need patience. I think for many of us, we think that strength is enough. If you improperly use that strength, you will injure yourself. You know how I know I've gotten so much stronger working out? It's not because of the total weight that I lift. It's because of the way I can observe my movements. I'm not rushing through that movement. I am feeling every single fiber as I command it to do what I say. I am so focused on what it is I'm doing at any given moment. And if I don't feel it in the area that I should feel it in, I make the slight adjustment in my thoughts, in my positioning within myself, in the placement of my body, and the mechanics of the movement. When was the last time you showed up for yourself like that? When was the last time? When was the last time? Better question, when was the first time? Have you ever showed up for yourself like that? Or have you simply been living this aesthetic that you think other people need to see come from you so that you can receive the validation you crave from them? People who don't actually know you, the gravity of you. For the first couple of years of me being publicly visible, I received tremendous amounts of validation from complete strangers. And you know, that validation didn't mean shit. You know why? Is it because I'm badass and I don't give a fuck? No, not at all. I don't think I'm badass, and I give plenty of fucks about many, many things. That validation didn't mean shit because none of those people actually knew me. They knew only one aspect of me, the girl that everyone could bully, the girl that just keeps giving, the girl that was so nice all the time that everyone that was even just mildly toxic, you don't even have to be super toxic, right? Just even mildly toxic, became emboldened to participate in the gang stalking of me. Gang stalking, cyberbullying, flat out attempts to defraud me of large quantities of money that I used to help other people. That validation didn't mean shit. Why? Because that was just one part of me. The fractured part of me. The fractal of me that was too afraid to show people how tenacious I can actually be. That I actually have the courage and a big ass set of balls to speak up for myself. That there are limits. And when you hit those limits, I push back like a motherfucker. I hit all of that and I was ashamed of how powerful I actually am in my day-to-day life. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I don't like confrontation, but I'm capable of it. And a promise is being made good. The promise to love myself wholeheartedly in all my stages, phases, and rhythms. And that it's okay for me to be who I am fully, completely, wholeheartedly, especially unapologetically. It's time for you to be unconditional in your love for yourself, because I promise you, you haven't been unconditional in your love for yourself. And that's creating a lot of issues, a lot of struggles for you. Because again, when you exist in that space within yourself, it emboldens the people who are predatory in their nature. In real life, most people will not be predatory with me. They won't consider it. Why? Because nothing about my energy gives you permission to be predatory with me. I remember, I don't know, it feels like a couple of weeks back. I don't remember exactly when it was. And there was this guy, I was working out, and there was this guy, and he was staring at me, and I could hear the yuckiness. And rather than become timid and like, oh my God, I stared at him directly, not blinking, no expression, to the point where he felt uncomfortable. And I kept staring. He moved to a different machine, and I kept staring. Do you want attention? I give you attention. How uncomfortable are you now? Yeah. And I kept staring, and then finally he left the gym. Good. Because this is not a space to be predatory. This is a space to work on yourself, just like I'm working on myself. Sometimes you got to match the energy. Sometimes you got to avoid it. It all depends. What are you trying to accomplish right now? What energy are you matching? Are you matching an energy temporarily in order to secure your space? Or are you thinking you need to match everyone's energy because, you're going to lose yourself in that. You will lose who you are mimicking everyone. And mimics are parasites. Know exactly what you're doing, okay? So, unconditional love for self, right? Now this one hell of a message. Oh, well, good thing. Village baby is now my twin. Village baby is now my twin. Village baby, are you here? You're coming up in the cards, boo. So this mirrored soul will not move forward from you, right? This mirrored soul will not be moving forward from you. This is something, whatever this connection is, there's no moving forward from that, simply because it will fuel your limitless nature. Look at the colors in their hair. That's their personal power, right? Same colors that lend to that limitless nature. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hey, twin, you're coming up in the cards. Where are you? Why are you not in the comments, like cheering me on and stuff? This is what you volunteered for. Oh, disregard, disregard, disregard the venom in that message. You just commented, yes, I am here in the flesh. We already knew we needed to be patient. We knew we needed to be patient. You guys, I'm sorry. I'm working on this. So, okay, I'm not perfect. I never claimed to be. Okay. Okay. Anyways. How dare you work and earn a living wage rather than support me for free? Okay. Let me quit messing around with you. Ooh, Colin, you out. Ow. Okay. 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 In case you guys are ever curious what my household sounds like, we're like a family of werewolves, I guess, because my children are all like, "Arr, arr." They don't get what they want. Okay, build up. We got to build something up. I think you're being built up by soul, to be honest. You know what I mean? I think you got to allow your life to build up your perception of yourself. You haven't been allowing yourself to be renewed. And if you don't renew your resources, you're not going to have anything to build with, right? Right. Oh, you know, hey, Village Baby, you know how I was telling you, like, I had that visual of you being at the sanctuary and I was doing your hair, remember? Like, you were sitting on the floor and I was, like, retwisting your hair and stuff. I'm saying, what if we had, like, matching locks, right? Matching locks? Oh my god, I've been searching. That's probably why. I think I already knew in advance without knowing what I knew in advance that you're gonna be my new twin because I'm telling you, ask Ocean. I'm like, girl, we need matching dreadlocks. But mine's gonna be like a no glue lace front wig because I can't do the tension on my hair. It's just too much. I'm sensitive on the scalp. I don't have enough hair to do that anymore. So, but we could totally match. Ooh, no, we can't do that. I was gonna say, like, I could totally have your baby hairs match mine, but no, you would need to fade that and line that because that's not masculine. Mm, we're gonna have to discuss this. We're gonna have to discuss this. But I plan to have, I'm gonna go get a wig is same length as your hair. What's it down to now? Like waist, top of the butt, right? That's about how long your hair is. Okay. How many inches is that? Because they go by inches. I have a short torso, so it's not going to be too many inches. Let me see. I found what I really like it. I was going to go get it, but then I was like, girl, when are you going to wear that? Now I know when. I'm going to wear it whenever we have meetings. Like, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. You got to see this. I was like, oh my God, that is so cute. I could totally rock that. I could totally. I know what I look like in braids. I used to get my hair braided all the time. Like all of these outfits that I have saved are ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Whatever era I'm stepping into just needs to stop. Just stop. Let me just be a housewife. Because this era is not going to allow for housewife status. It's just I think I'm going to be a pain in the ass to live with. Is the problem. If I keep going down this path, that's what's going to happen. I'm going to be so difficult to live with. Wait, but I got to show you because I'm actually, you know what I'm going to do? Oh, look, so adorable. Oh my God. Wait. I mean, can you see it? Hold on. Hold on. Can you see it on me? I can see it on me. What? I could totally see it on me. Let me just like look though. Boo, look at that. Oh, the texture, the little bits of I think. I think. Let me let this phase sink in for a few more weeks because it might just be a phase. It might just be a phase. We don't know yet. But if it's going to continue for like another month, this is a new incarnation of me. We gotta let's give it some time. Let's be patient, okay? Let's just be patient. Instead, let's do shadow work, right? Look at this. Look at this. Shadow work. You have to do shadow work because that's where the promise is kept. I don't know if you guys know that. You know? Um a lot of your personal power is kept in your shadows because by nature, due to the residual survival instincts that we have, uh, when we were all still terrestrial apes before we got freaking probed by the aliens and experimented on, we were afraid of the dark because a lot of predators are nocturnal, right? So now that we don't really have that issue, that's still there, and they hide most of your power and the promises in the shadows because you need to develop a certain level of maturity to have the courage to enter into that shadow space. That's why it's all kept there. It's not kept right at the line, it's buried deep in that shadow space. So if you don't have the maturity yet to enter into those shadow spaces, and you go ahead and start doing that because, hello, ego much, you'll be consumed by the darkness. You will. You'll be consumed by it. You won't be able to tap into the full power that you have. Instead, you'll be consumed and halted not far into that shadow work. If even if you're insecure and uncertain and don't trust yourself, um, if you have the maturity to do this, yes, you'll be afraid, obviously. That's fine. You won't be consumed by it. That's what makes the difference. The level of maturity that you have when you enter into that realm. When you have the maturity to enter into that realm to do what is needed, not what your ego says you want, then you won't be consumed by the shadow. You'll be able to go very deep. You'll be able to retrieve quite a bit of the power, personal power, the abilities that are necessary to clear the way for you to receive the promises that were made. You see how it all ties together? It all ties together. Direction, Sijal. You're not going to know what direction to go in that shadow space. Why? Because it's not a direction that can be had or given by a compass, a human compass. It's just not. You're going to need to gain your bearings through the guidance of soul. And soul is more than willing to redirect you. Some of the hardships that you're facing are nothing but redirection from soul. You kind of went down a little bit too far one way and you're just being redirected and told to go the other way. It's okay. You didn't fail. It's just a slight correction, a slight redirection. But some people you need to just stop where you at. Take your backpack off, get your juice out, get your snack out, have some juice, have a snack, take your pillow and your blanket out, take a little nap. You out of control. You're out of control. I need you to get back in control. Ooh, would you guys like me to do a live stream specifically on helping to understand how to parent new children? Would that be something good? Would you guys like that? We were at for a store recently. Like in the past week, we were at this store and it's like a huge warehouse store. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Seriously. Because literally everyone's child was acting a mother freaking fool and screaming bloody murder. So many children. And it's like the parents did not know what to do. They didn't know what to do. Some were looking like they were going to lose their caca on their kid, which I get it. I get it. Some were just ignoring the needs of the child and just, they don't care. They're just going to keep shopping. And I guess I get that too. Others were like overly trying to pacify the child, and I guess I understand that as well. If you can pause and address the need of the child really quick, help them to begin the process of self-soothing, self-regulation before it's a full-blown tantrum, you'd be much more successful in that, right? You notice that too, Teresa? There's stuff that's happening. I'm going to start talking about more stuff that is uncomfortable to talk about because it just needs to be talked about at this point. I'm probably going to talk about it on TikTok rather than here on YouTube and Facebook. Um, just because I already know talking about those things will get the account removed. So, we'll just use TikTok as a sacrificial lamb. Okay. Observe sigil. There are things that you don't want to observe happening, right? And those things that you don't want to observe happening are usually the things that you really need to pay the closest attention to. Those are the areas of struggle that are going to help you better implement, better solidify, and better implement a plan of action, right? Um, mm, Coinciding with the magnetic spikes in energy, I've noticed that happening with the children. Mhm. Yep. Yep. They all kind of work together. We also talk a lot about these things in the Soul Sanctuary when we have our private chats, exclusive chats. We talk about a lot of different things there, a lot of different things. Thank you for that, Lindsay. Self sabotage, right? We talked about self sabotage. Don't get caught up in the fear of surviving things because that's going to create a net to tangle you in. Okay. You might be going through something difficult. A lot of people are, not to diminish what you're going through, but a lot of people are. Don't feel so singled out. Don't feel so like so much of a failure. It's not a failure, it's a learning opportunity. And a lot of us are going through learning opportunities. It's going to be okay. Betrayal. So, an open mouth with nothing coming out. Ooh. An open mouth with nothing coming out. That's hard. Ooh, there's a potentiality that you or someone else is feeling betrayed by the lack of communication, by the lack of response. Um, did you maybe put yourself in a very precarious um, position by trying to communicate something difficult? Did you take a chance on something and either you didn't hear what you wanted to hear or what you were hoping to hear in order to continue a healthy conversation, or you didn't get a response at all and so you feel very ignored and disregarded, thrown away. Oh, oh, do you feel that way? That's sad. Maybe here's a Piscean in me coming out. This side of me irritates the shit out of me, but I'm going to say it anyways. Maybe they didn't get the message. Maybe they did get the message, but um they're going through something and they don't want to make you feel as though you're obligated to get sucked into whatever they're going through. um Maybe they're afraid of saying the wrong thing and it's fuck them. No, 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 no. Seriously, maybe there's a reason. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have that type of twin problem because Village Baby always answers my messages. I don't know. I'm just joking. Maybe they just don't have a regard for you. Ooh, shots fired. Shots fired. Everyone take cover. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Y'all asking for the Capricorn to come out? F that. You don't need their caca. You don't need no response from nothing. Their loss. It's their loss. I don't know. I don't know. I just get all like Piscean and stuff when I feel people hurting. Like, stop. It's okay. There might be a good reason as to why they hadn't responded yet. Um, well, maybe they're being blocked from responding to prevent you from feeling even more hurt because they don't have anything that they can say or do to make up for whatever your history is, right? Your history together. Maybe, you know, I don't know. I don't know. But twin ray healing. So I guess if you were thinking that you were going to be able to heal your connection with someone, you know, yeah, maybe it's something that just needs to be left dead on the side of the road. You guys wanted the Capricorn to come out. Maybe that shit just needs to be left on the side of the road with the rest of the basura. Okay, so just I don't know what you need to do, but the cards are saying that it feels like you feel like you've been betrayed by that, whatever that is, whoever that is. Leave that non-gas chipping in son of a biznatch on the side of the road with the rest of the basura. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Was that good? Yeah, I was trying to like slide back into my Piscean space. And all of y'all are like, no, bring the Capricorn back out. Gosh. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I never said don't drive. I never said don't keep driving. I'm just saying we're chatting while you're driving, right? Ooh, okay. Someone commented on my post on my business page on Facebook, and he says, the last step to inner peace is to stop chasing after it. What? Okay, what's the post? Let's look at what it is. The only thing I'm chasing is inner peace and a better life. Ooh, okay. Ben. Ooh, okay. I'm taking what y'all said to heart. I'm taking what y'all said to heart. You want that? You want that Capricorn to come out? All right. It's here with my little ass curved horns. That's right. The horns are curved. Because look, card number 18, Mother Fierce. You see how many Buddha palms she could do? She can face palm you like a mofo. Never enough. You can never have enough palms to Buddha palm people at your way. Move. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. Just move. Get out the way. Get out the way. I'm saying, just they need to get out the way. Card number 18, Mother Fierce. Mother Fierce is your guardian. Nothing can penetrate the passionate fire of her fearless love. Your safety is assured, beloved. In the midst of any apparent challenge or threat, no matter how frightening it may seem, and no matter how insecure you might feel about taking a step on your spiritual path into more power, know that you are safe, you are protected, you are loved. And maybe that's why I feel a little bit of that compassion over this card, because it's like, this is no threat to me. This is no threat to me or my peace. Sometimes when you are able to exist in a space of peace, unaffected by other people's whatever they're going through, that affords you the luxury of considering what they might be going through, considering some of the possible explanations of whatever it is, right? Okay, hold that. We gotta, we're gonna, yeah. All right. Okay. Let's just, I'm going to read you guys the final card. We're going to do it extra dramatic, okay? Okay. Just breathe. Beloved, you've been growing spiritually, and sometimes this evokes responses from others. The responses may be loving and affirming, encouraging and validating. Many will choose to be inspired by your growth. Sometimes, however, lower vibrational responses will arise, which might be fearful, insecure, jealous, or angry. These responses arise so that they can be healed. The healing for you is in how you choose to allow yourself to shine and not be diminished by the healing process of another. For the other, their healing is their journey, and you have offered them a great service. Know that you do not need to be afraid, nor do you need to hold yourself back out of fear. There is nothing that escapes the notice of beloved Mother Kuan Yin. As a divine mother of fierce compassion and protection, she sees all, she knows all, she blesses all. She can lift you beyond fear and threat into a place of unity with divine love that secures you against any would-be threat and delivers you into peace. For you to benefit the most from her protection, you need to trust in her light and realize that she is shining through your own inner light, that she and you are one in truth. From this perspective, you can realize that you always have the right to say no to any energy of fear or doubt that seeks to cause you harm. Harm comes from a lower vibration. It does not need to be feared, but it does need to be responded to with assertiveness and compassion. Kuan Yin now helps you retain your inner peace in the face of any lower vibrational energy, so that you can be kind and accepting of the divine essence in all of existence. No matter how heavily veiled the divinity appears to be, and yet also remain assertive that only unconditionally loving vibrations are welcome in your energy field. You control your energy. You control what is allowed to come in, what's allowed to go out, how your external environment can affect you. You control all of that. And when you allow others to dictate to you how to respond to their triggers, how their triggers will affect you, when you allow them to decide that, to dictate that, you give your power away to people who don't have the capacity to wield that power, first with authority, secondly, with responsibility and maturity. So it's time for you to step into this space of allowing yourself to function in the way you were designed to function, with assertiveness, with compassion, first for self and then for others. One final card. I'm told Rumi must be included in this. A promise that was made will be fulfilled very soon. Very, very soon, a promise that was made will be fulfilled. We need more music for this. I want a specific song. Mm-hmm. Okay. 1 second. There. Let's first get out. Ooh. Card number 37. Sacred Soul Sister. Ooh. Ready? Hold on. Not ready. All right. Here goes. When you are conscious, a cloud of sadness surrounds you. When you are beyond consciousness, the moon rests in your arms. When you are conscious, the beloved moves out of your reach. When you are beyond consciousness, the ecstasy of love moves your way. When you are conscious, you are depressed like fall. When you are beyond consciousness, the winter feels cold like spring. All your wavering is due to your longing to be stable. Look for instability until you become stable. I love you. I am your other self. I am with you always, your partner on this soul journey. I am the you that you do not see. I am the you that speaks through intuition and instinct. I whisper and sing and shout my crazed truth-telling to you through your dreams, through your body. I am the you that is wise, that trusts in life, that knows. I am the you that sees reality rather than appearance. I am the you that knows how to be happy and free. There's a valid point of view that we travel this path of our life journey alone. Our deepest descents into the psyche happen alone. We meet death alone. We come into the world alone. And yet, there is a vaster perspective that we are never alone, that it would be impossible to ever really be alone. We're connected to all of life, and there's no such thing as being alone in reality, only in limited and temporary perception. As if such community were not enough, there is a partner, an ally who journeys with you from birth to death and beyond. Again and again, you have a sacred sister, a sister of your soul. She weaves the stories of truth through dreams and insights that come upon you as if from nowhere. Perhaps they drop into your mind or seem to erupt from within you, but that is her talking to you, demanding or reassuring, depending on what the occasion best calls for at that moment. Her truths may seem overly dramatic, so you may discount them as workings of an overactive imagination. Or perhaps her truth tales are so subtle you dismiss them as meaningless, fleeting fancy. The wise ones know, however, that the truths of the sacred soul sister are powerful, relevant, worthy of time and attention. They know her oftentimes strange and startling offerings hold the keys to unlock entire worlds, to open up new realities, and to transform the nature of our existence, from the deepest and most esoteric spiritual levels to the most palpable, practical, daily realities of our living bodies in the physical world. Your sacred soul sister is your partner in consciousness. Make no mistake, she is you. She's just a part of you so great, you cannot always see her from your conscious mind. It is sort of like the eye of the dog trying to see its whole self, which is a bit tricky for as it moves to see. So the rear is moved along too. So rather than through direct perception, or rather than through direct perception, the sacred soul sister is met through reflection. She can be received in those moments of rest where great ideas are born. She's a genius, you see, vastly creative and inspired. Her worlds are those we access in sleep and meditation, or absorbing engagement in activity where the mind can relax and drop into realities far more vast than those of everyday life,
and be replenished, to tap into her wisdom, to distill a teaching from the fragmented memory of a dream or a subtle feeling experienced in meditation, requires that you walk with her gait and not the fast-paced, forward-moving canter of your conscious and intellectual mind. Her gait is meandering and apparently unstudied, yet she is in deep concentration to feel for truth of movement, to allow for what is emerging to express itself through her. And she is listening rather than demanding to know, to force, to speak, and to direct. To receive her genius and benefit most fully from it requires a willingness to surrender logic and open up to inspiration, to become empty, to let the mind soften and become receptive, open, and permeable. She delivers questions that leads to answers, but not according to demands issued by an insecure and fearful mind. She offers what is genuinely needed and answers the deepest questions of the heart. She is trustworthy, this sister. She cannot betray truth. Therefore, she can be relied upon as a faithful way shower for the heart. So to commune with her, wise as that impulse is, requires that you learn the ways of her world and the strange symbolic language she speaks. She will never tell you what you already know. Why be so inefficient? No, she prefers to educate, elucidate, intrigue, and beguile as you are drawn into far more beautiful, powerful, and helpful truths. So, in her world and in her language, you must suspend your need to immediately understand. Let yourself absorb the imagery, the feelings, and the possibilities to dwell, ponder, and be permeated by the wisdom. The appearance of a horse may signify your own spiritual being, and the appearance of you may signify a false sense of identity, and not the real you at all. You may see desert landscapes and moonlit nights in your dreams. When so much inner growth is happening, you will soon bloom like the springtime. You may dream of charging up hills with great energy, when in your physical world you can barely muster enough strength to get out of bed in the morning. What does this all mean? This apparent contrary world upside down, nothing as it seems symbolism. The meaning is a communication, and the communication is received in repose, in reflection, in quietness, and in rest. And you must trust. Trust her and trust yourself. When something needs to be known, so it shall be. This is necessary, so much less than what we expect. Your lack of knowing is not ignorance. Your unknowingness is your bowing to life with trust. She has come to you through this oracle to remind you that everything is all right, that she has your back, no matter what appearances may seem to be in your more limited dog's eye consciousness in the light of day. She is guiding you with her wider knowledge through circumstances and situations that are ultimately going to free you into a greater love than you have ever known. No matter whether you feel like a rat in a maze or a bewildered drunk stumbling through a labyrinth back alleyway, trying to find your way home again, no matter how out of control life may seem, she's letting you know all is proceeding just as it should, and that her will shall manifest. Her will is your wholeness, your completion. Her will must manifest and shall, because her will is nature. It is growth. It is God. She is God in you now. Remember that, and you'll realize, if you don't mind the ending being told before the last chapter, that everything's going to be okay. This oracle comes with particular guidance. You know something deep in your bones, without knowing how or why, without particular reason, you just know. It doesn't make sense, but you know. It may be joy that you know. It may be that you know to avoid certain situations. It may be that something is going to work out beautifully despite appearances to the contrary. It may be that you're meant to take a certain path. You just know. This oracle comes as confirmation that you're knowing, Mysterious as it is your sacred soul sister talking through you. Trust it and act, or not, accordingly. So, both cards sum up the entire reading. Both cards reiterate the same message. Everything that's happening right now is for your benefit, and you know this. The promises that are going to be brought to fruition and made good, they're for your greatest good. They're for your healing. They are for you to exit out of the spaces of perceived suffering so that you may finally take a deep breath in, a slow exhale out, and release all the unnecessary that has blocked you from receiving what is rightfully yours. I am reminded of my most favorite poem, and I'm going to read that to you guys. Let's go ahead and get that poem. I don't love you as if you are a rose of salt, topaz, or arrow of carnations that propagate fire. I love you as one loves certain dark things, secretly between the shadow and the soul. I love you as a plant that doesn't bloom but carries the light of those flowers hidden within itself. And thanks to your love, the tight aroma that arose from the earth lives dimly in my body. I love you without knowing how or when or from where. I love you directly without problems or pride. I love you like this because I don't know any other way to love, except in this form in which I am not, nor are you, so close that your hand upon my chest is mine, so close that your eyes close with my dreams. I love that poem. Okay, guys. I hope that whatever message, whatever guidance, whatever it is that you are needing, I hope that you allow yourself to receive it. I hope that you allow yourself to see just how worthy you are and how worthy you've always been, and to really move through life with that worthiness. Move through your life with a knowing of how worthy you are at any given moment for any given thing. Today is a beautiful day to allow yourself to receive. I'll be live later this evening for the 6/6 Divine Wealth Portal. If you would like to join me for that, you can purchase an expedite through the link. I just commented it again, and it's pinned at the top of the page. In the comment that's pinned is the link as well. Go to emmeevolving.com/shop/66FC, and you'll be able to see what I have offered for tonight. You guys, go back to your place of peace and stay there. Protect that space, expand that space, and allow yourself to really live to your greatest potential. You deserve it. You deserve it. Please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. And for those who are part of the Soul Sanctuary, I will have all of the meditations ready shortly before the fire ceremony tonight. I'm waiting for a specific amount of frequency to accrue. This month's meditations are going to be additionally potent. Okay, I usually have it ready for you guys first thing in the morning. Not this time. Today, it's going to be available shortly before the fire ceremony starts because I'm waiting for specific frequency bands to filter in. I want to give you the maximum potential I possibly can. I want to show my appreciation for you as a part of that soul sanctuary community. I want you to have all the goodness, and I trust that you will allow it to come in. Guys, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and join me this evening. I will see you guys again very, very soon. Bye, everyone.